And also with
to
you.
you.
Kyle, do I swear when I drive? Depends if I'm drinking or driving.
Oh, Kyle's gonna swerve when he drives his wedding night.
Oh, yeah. Only
fucking make sure of it.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure.
The cop's gonna come to the window, and I have my window down. I have Swerve's theme song playing, and I'm gonna do the fucking dance.
And he's gonna be like, "Nice." He's gonna be like, "Nice."
He's gonna be like, "Whose house?"
You're gonna be like, "Oh, Swerve's house." He's gonna be like, "You're free to go."
As my window's going, I'm like, "Fuck the Fed."
Yeah, fuck the Fed. Thank you. Have a good night. Fuck the Fed.
And also with you. All right. Well, we've retweeted. We sent the tweet out, so I think that means we can start the show.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yep.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Elite POV, where it's podcast time, and you know what that means. I am one of your hosts, Phil Cataldo, but you can call me Phillium, or if you look down here and you're watching live on YouTube, you can call me Not Anthony, because I'm not Anthony.
Close.
Yeah, Not Anthony. Another voice you hear is, I always say Canada's greatest export, import, but today I'm going to say the best person in Canada, because Bret Hart's out here talking that crazy shit. Like he does every 6 months. I don't know if you saw it, Kyle.
I did not.
But Mr. Kyle Masters, what's up?
Funny enough, I work in social media and haven't been on it in a lot today.
Yeah, so Bret Hart did another interview where, of course, he's burying Goldberg, which we love.
Oh,
but yeah, he talked a lot of shit about modern wrestlers, basically Eddie Kingston, because he was like, they just slap each other and just use slaps and slappy, slap. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
Oh, no, Bret.
Here we go, Bret Hart.
Buddy.
So you're now the greatest thing to ever happen in Canada. Hey, Jackie.
I guess so. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I can't. There's a lot of better things that's come out of Canada. Like when you come up here, Phil, I'm gonna introduce you to a few things, and you'll be like, all right, fuck Kyle.
Can you introduce me to Drake so I can fight him?
I don't know. I don't know.
So I can fight him because him and J. Cole made one of the most fire songs. And then at the end of J. Cole's fire verse, Drake is like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? J. Cole just spit like the most fire verse ever. And you're like fucking.
I for one, I don't know if I've heard the song. 2, that's a very Drake thing to do.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And 3, I don't know who that is. I know who he is, but I don't know him personally.
Nah, forget Celine Dion, bro. People try to start fake beef with Celine Dion and Taylor Swift from last night. That's all I'm saying. We team Swiftie over here, BB.
Yeah, but I'm doing all right. I mean, I wish I had seen this. Brett, did anyone clap back at him?
No. I think, yeah, you know the Simpson meme. It's like old man yelling at the clouds.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Bret Hart's the man. Don't get me wrong. I have his fucking signed glasses right here.
Oh, man.
Right? I just want FTR to
Did he sign and hand you those? I'm going to hear, kid.
No. I bought it off High Spots.
He wanted these glasses. These are the best there is.
Yeah.
The best there was.
He gave it to me and then said I was a 4 out of 10.
No, he didn't do like the Mean Joe thing. Thanks, Bret Hart.
Thanks, Bret Hart. No, I just got him because I wanted FTR to like me, which in turn would make Jackie like me.
Okay, I think it works.
I live my life to just make Jackie like me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she says, Jackie goes, it ain't about the beef, Phil. I've been a fan my whole life. I don't pay attention to that.
Jackie, it's always about the beef. We're from
Where's the beef?
We're from the tri-state area. We're basically all Eddie Kingston. But some interesting stuff going on in the world of AEW.
And wrestling.
And wrestling,
Jesus Christ, man.
But
what a week it's been since our last show until now. Yeah. What the fuck? Why does it seem like between each show, like 100 different things happen in the wrestling world?
Obviously, all the crazy stuff that's happening in WWE, which who cares? Not the sex scandal, because we definitely care about that.
Poor Cody.
Yeah, but I would talk about the Cody stuff. Like, fucking Jesus, bro. What did you expect was gonna happen?
That they would actually do something right for
no,
once,
they never do,
I
bro.
guess not.
It's Fed's gonna Fed. It's Mania time. You already know how it is. Bring back the legends. That's all they care about. But to me, it's I don't like. Kyle has said this so many times on the show that they're listening. Someone in AEW is listening. Is it Aubrey? Is it Will Washington?
My
right?
girl Amanda Huber.
Is it Amanda Huber?
Huber, sorry.
Is it RJ City that Kyle seems to have Monday morning conversations with all the time after watching AEW?
Hey, it's that Canadian Toronto connection, man. We got that,
right?
We get that connection.
Who is it? Because every time Kyle says something, AEW does it. And one thing that Kyle brought up last week that I wanted to start the show off with is Kyle was saying that the March 13th Dynamite does not have a venue. Now, we know in the past that considering the All Out we went to, we didn't know where it was. And we were like a month away from the pay-per-view, a month and a half away. So the fact that we are about a month and a half away from this Dynamite and we don't know what the venue is and the tickets haven't even gone on sale yet, Kyle started thinking that, hey, maybe this is going to be the TD Bank Garden, which I hate that people, if you call it the Garden, run into a fucking wall, bro. The Garden is Madison Square Garden. Stop it.
Stop it. People actually call it that?
Yes, they call it the Garden.
For real?
No one in New York does. People in Boston call it the Garden. The Garden. No, bro. It's the fucking TD Bank Garden. Stop. But Kyle said, hey, this is probably we're going to debut Mercedes. Now we're hearing more stuff coming out. We heard today that Mercedes reportedly was filming stuff for AEW this week, or the last week, I should say. And then, with this Tony Khan announcement being super hyped up, we see Andrew Zarian making more kind of teases that it's Mercedes. But Kyle,
teases are elite, man.
As the new prophet of pro wrestling, or maybe you work for AEW, just like Kerry did. How do you feel about all this Mercedes news?
I mean, if he did say it before me, I'm not gonna steal away from Andrew Zarian, friend of the show, been a guest on Elite POV before.
Good guy.
But I was just I brought it up. I'm going like, okay, so if she's going to be at Revolution, what's she going to do? They could do this, they could do that. Then like some slow leakage of news coming out going, oh, it's probably not going to be till after Revolution. So I go to look at the calendar. I'm going, okay, what's after Revolution? And I was doing this thing during one of our like Dynamite watch alongs that we always do. And then going through the calendar going, okay, it's not this day. It's not this day. I'm like, well, and I think it was someone even mentioned that there was like a day they don't have. I think you're telling me you and Rob were talking. There's a date that they don't have booked.
Yeah.
It was March 13th.
I think it was being Rob.
Because they have the Dynamite after. Because we were thinking it was going to be the Dynamite after.
Yeah, right after Revolution.
Then they go and announce that it's going to be in Duluth, Georgia. So, okay, so it's definitely not that week. And the week after, the Saturday Collision is the beginning of the Canada tour. It's just the Dynamite is not booked right now. And it would make sense in the entire world that if it was at least closer to where they're going for their first Canada stop, which I believe is Quebec or Ottawa, whatever, it's close enough. But anyways, it just, that kind of seems like the spot to do it. And now all of a sudden, like Andrew Zarian's coming out and saying like, oh, like, talks about bank statements, and the bank statements are, he's just talking about like, he's talking in code, and that like his bank statements is saying like March 13th. Which is hilarious because the arena in Boston is called the TD Garden. If anyone doesn't know, TD is the name of a bank.
Yeah.
So why do they just call it the bank? The arena.
That would be cool if they called it the bank.
Not the Garden, called the bank. But anyways, we're setting up for, it looks like the announcement that Tony Khan is going to be doing on Dynamite this week. This huge announcement is going to be announcing that AEW Dynamite on March 13th will be from there. It's probably going to be, I guarantee you, this is going to be like the last dance rampage. It's going to be called Dynamite something, whether it be bank statement, whether it be something bank related or money related. It's gonna have like an obvious fucking name.
Yep.
And the crowd's gonna go nuts.
It's gonna be Dynamite FTF.
Yeah, because you can't make it. It's not a surprise anymore at this point. It's not. I'm sorry. Like, if people are gonna complain that they go and announce like the date of when like without saying Mercedes is gonna debut there, like fucking come on, man.
They did
like
it was still
it worked. Punk, and it was still a big deal. They sold out that motherfucker.
Yeah, and he never deliberately said it was Punk.
Yeah,
I remember him being busted open and him being like, "Trust me, I read and see what the fans are saying. They will not be disappointed." But he never outright said it was Punk, so he could do something similar.
We were fan theorizing that was going to be MJF just trolling the shit out of everybody. Like they're going to buy the rights to. I remember us talking about in the show then we were like, they're going to buy the rights to that song and they're going to play it. And MJF's going to walk out to like the biggest heat in the entire world.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I still would have been okay with that because I'm like, damn, this is how you fucking get people. This is how you make MJF like the most hated guy in wrestling.
Mm-hmm. And then 2 years later, he's the biggest baby face in the company.
He's the biggest baby face in the company. Thanks, Phil.
Jesus Christ,
not
bro.
You, the other Phil.
I'm also not that Phil. Phil, not that Phil. Cataldo.
Next week, you're Phil, not that Phil. Cataldo.
Not that Phil. But it's definitely going to be a moment. We have Jackie saying at this point, when she debuts, my head is going to explode after all this waiting. And it's the truth. Right. And I was thinking about like the timeline of things, right? We remember at All In happens and Mercedes is in the crowd, right?
Stephanie apologizing in the chat because of your name.
Listen,
we're just having fun with it.
We're having fun with it, yeah. But yeah, so at All In they show Mercedes, right? And we're like, oh, what does this mean? Because usually when they show someone on AEW, like there's some stuff happening, right? They don't just do something just to randomly do it. And then, her injury's taking longer than we expect. And then we're hearing that there was plans maybe for being at All In. And then there was plans with her and Jade. And then Jade goes to WWE. And then we're like, what the fuck is happening? And then, we're hearing reports that Mercedes is going back to WWE. And then we heard reports that they did not want to pay her what she's worth, which for the life of me, it'll blow my mind forever, right? Like, you think of, like, pro sports and, like, the NFL especially, like, every time a quarterback gets a new contract, they're the highest paid quarterback, and it just keeps going up like that. So, like, Patrick Mahomes gets a contract, and then Joe Burrow got a contract, and then Josh Allen got a contract, and they keep getting higher every time, and, like, is Josh Allen better than Mahomes? I don't think so, but until Mahomes signs his new contract, he's making more money than him. So, like, they signed Charlotte. They've reportedly or confirmed, I don't remember, signed Becky. So you would assume that Sasha would be on that list too, because why wouldn't she be? She means so much to that company. And it's like they dropped the ball with that, which is funny. Everybody keeps talking about AEW dropping the ball. Like, that's a huge ball drop for WWE to not re-sign her. Now we get this thing that she's coming. So it's like, it's going to be a huge moment. She's pretty much guaranteed to be coming now that we've gotten past the Rumble and all this, Vince stuff is happening in WWE. I'm sure she wants to distance herself from that. But, like, I'm fucking hyped, bro. Like, me and Rob might go. If we could find a cheap hotel, because it is 4 hours away from me where I live.
How far is that from me? I'm going to find out. You keep talking. I'm going to find out how far that is from me.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see who's closer.
4 hours from me. So I am very excited. The fact that it is a huge. I said it when we did how far are you?
7.
Oh, but yeah, I remember when we did when Punk got here and we were talking about it on the podcast, we would say like the Punk and Mercedes are the two biggest stars that AEW could get given their popularity, right? And their availability. Obviously, like Roman, but he's never going to be available. So it's like it's awesome that we could very well be a month away from Mercedes walking out. And as said before, Kyle loves the Mercedes Mone theme song now. We're going to welcome her with open arms. The women's division has been booked fan-fucking-tastic the last month. We had another two women's matches on Collision. We had a great women's segment last week on Dynamite with the Deanna and Taya match with Tony Storm on commentary being hilarious. So it's like the women's division is growing and growing, and then I'm sure if you guys are on social media the way we are, you see the reports with Stardom and the guy who created Stardom leaving, getting fired, getting whatever, because it's reported that he was working with WWE to sabotage AEW as far as a working relationship or sharing talent and stuff like that. And it's like, are they about to bring over Stardom girls? Like, this could be like a crazy year for AEW and the women too. I'm just excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be pretty obvious even for Zarian to go that far and to tease like this. I don't think he would do it if he didn't know that she was going to be there, unless like something drastic changes. Which I think at this point, it's like, if you're Mercedes, like, and you're in her shoes, like, what's right now enticing you to go back? Unfortunately, with what's going on right now, if I'm a free agent like that, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of maybe not signing with them right now.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone thinks, and I hate this, and I retweeted Kylie Fuller this, and people, or it was someone else this morning actually, I tweeted out too, but I hate this idea and this like mantra over Twitter that just because Vince is gone, like this shit's over, because it's not. For one, there is many people. If you've read that entire lawsuit like I have, there is so many people that are still at wrong or who have known about it that haven't been named yet. And when those names come out, oof, Maron.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
that company is gonna get cleared out.
We don't know when this is all said and done what the landscape of the office or even the talent are going to look like. So for Mercedes, who is clearly getting the bag here, right? Let's be honest. We know Tony probably offered her the bag just to get her. Well, yeah, Okada too, right?
I don't care. I'm on the boat that he's here as well, man.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to debut at Revolution. I think Mercedes will be at her own special show. Okada is going to be the big debut at Revolution, which is going to be absolutely fucking wild.
Mm-hmm. Oof. What a fucking month we have planned. Like,
I don't care. And if they weren't able to, which I think because their New Japan relationship is stronger than ever. If they're able to use the same theme song, sure. But if they're not, and they have like Mikey just design one of the greatest theme songs of all time for him, at least keep the coin dropping.
Yeah, but doesn't Jay White use his theme song still?
Well, no, now he's with the bank. Like, not since.
Well, but when he comes up by himself, doesn't he use the Jay White theme song?
Actually, yeah. So maybe. But if even if Mikey wrestles, they tell Mikey Records like, yo, let's give Okada like a fresh start now, right? Because now he's officially wrestling full time over here, right? So maybe they design like a really fucking unreal theme song, and maybe that's what he was talking about a couple weeks ago when he was tweeting out that he was making something fire. So
yeah, maybe
or maybe that was a Guns New theme song, because that shit's fire.
That's just so fire. I need it on Spotify fucking immediately.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind that you don't offer Mercedes that money.
Right. Like, no, I mean, she's a mainstream star.
They just got $5 billion from Netflix. They sold for, I forgot how much they sold for, a couple billion. And it's like they're throwing money around like crazy. WWE always throws money around because they make the most money. And WrestleMania is about to come out. They're about to make the most money they've ever made. They would do every year. Every year WrestleMania, we hear the highest grossing, the highest viewed. So like they have the money. It's just like, why would you not give it to her? And it's like, hey, their loss is our gain, because we already know, if these reports of her coming in are true, we would assume that the reports of her in her contract having some stipulation where there's 2 women's segments every night if she's on the show, because she gets her own segment and then the women still get their normally slotted segment, which helps the division, right? So we're going to be seeing women's segments twice on both shows, maybe even twice on Rampage. That's crazy, right?
Rampage, please keep the women's segments on Collision and Dynamite.
Yeah.
Rampage needs to, and I saw today that they got like the lowest rating since December. It's something you don't like to see, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe eventually they'll just be like, maybe we shouldn't have Rampage anymore.
But my thing is, like, I've never cared about the ratings. No. Only when it was like them versus NXT and it was like, all right, who had the higher ratings?
Well, you're not a TV exec, so you shouldn't care.
Yeah, but like now that they're like unopposed, like if TNT's happy with Rampage, who cares? It does come on at 10 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? Like on the East Coast. So like it is like who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think they should get rid of Rampage. We've talked about this a million times that they should turn that into Ring of Honor. But like Ring of Honor is being exceptional, has been exceptional, and on Honor Club they're doing, and they've tons. They have like 4 women's matches a show. They have backstage segments. They have a huge. They've had so many women's segments on Ring of Honor in the last few weeks, and Athena hasn't even been a part of it because Nyla Rose like destroyed her in a backstage segment. Yeah. Oh, you didn't see it?
I watched it.
Oh yeah. So it's dope, right?
Wild.
And it's like, but they've given people opportunities. So it's like, I don't know what happened to Tony. Was it because he was bringing Mercedes in? Was it because Athena and Billy Starks like changed his perspective? Was it because the TV executives finally got off his fucking ass and let him book the show the way he wants it? I don't know. Who knows, right? But it's like, it is going to be an exceptional year for AEW with the women, starting with Mercedes coming in at the TD Bank Arena, which the second they announce it, that shit's selling out.
Oh my God, that is going to be a quick set. I know. Well, it looks like the reason why they haven't announced it because of all they were going to announce it on the Collision a couple Saturdays ago, but during when the whole Vince thing happened,
I think the Collision Rumble Collision.
Yeah, they were going to announce it, and that would have been a very, very good competing announcement to have against the Royal Rumble too, right? So, it sucks because the whole Vince McMahon thing kind of shaded all that, right? You didn't want to kind of release that and it getting buried because of all the Vince stuff. So now that it's kind of slowly fizzled out a little bit, it's still there, but for some reason people just kind of want to forget about it, which is fucked up. Because shit like this can't be swept under the rug anymore. Like it's got to stop, and it's got to stop with this incident.
And we said it too, like, I don't know if we said it off air, if we said it on the show last week, I don't remember. But like, if AEW wrestlers are involved in that, like the veterans that are here from WWE, the producers and stuff like that, they got to go too.
Yeah,
they got to go too.
It's not just because we're AEW, and if you're here, you're safe. No.
Yeah, nah.
If you had anything to do with that, there's the door.
Yeah, and I understand that like this "We Want Cody" stuff, right? Is a big thing, and like some people think it's a WWE marketing trick to get people to stop thinking about it, but it's like, I don't know. We gotta like stay on it, right, and stuff like that.
Yeah, Steffi, I know Hockey Canada is just as shady right now. So,
oh really? It is.
There. Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff. I'll talk to you off air. But
also, Ascended brings up a good point. So speaking of the Vince stuff, anybody see the Max Caster rap on the indie show? So Max Caster said a line. I think it was like, "On this mic, I'm a freak like Vince McMahon," and it's like
something like that.
All right, is it in bad taste? Absolutely. But should he get in trouble for it? No. Like, you can't like police people on every little fucking thing they do. Like, it was stupid. If you want to fine them or whatever, like privately fine. But like,
sure, but you
people
should be like
him to get fired.
Yeah, people want to get fired. I'm like, okay, he's not one of the WWE execs in the fucking lawsuit. Yeah, he's an idiot. Shouldn't have said it, right? People say, who cares? Like Sevi, sure, that whatever, man. Like, people are allowed to have their opinions on it, but the opinions that are of that he should be fired. Okay, you're stepping over the line now. Now you're going a little too far.
And he says a bunch of lines that are controversial anyway. He makes political lines. Like, he doesn't hide his feelings on things. So like, we would at this point just stop him from rapping. Then you know what I mean? Like, it's in bad taste. Like. It's not a funny line.
We're not defending him and saying that he should go out and keep doing it. No, like Max should know better.
Yeah,
we're mostly on the on the topic here of people wanting his like contract to be terminated. That's fucked up, man. You want him to get fired from his job for? I mean, he's not.
Listen, where's the Bryan Danielson meme where he like looks up smiling? Like that white shirt.
Instantly, I saw that when I looked at the comments from that post.
Get that fine coming down.
But he should be like, he should, whether it needs to be, and I'm fine if they went serious enough with it, where he needs to do like there's like companies have like this sort of like training that you have to go through.
Like HR training.
Yeah, like
that's what they did with Sammy.
Him through it. And
that's what they did with Sammy.
Exactly. Well, then he should go through it because it was disgusting. You shouldn't be talking this soon into it, for one. and it didn't need to be said. Like it's not like you're doing it at some shitty indie show with like 50 people. Why did you say it there?
Yeah,
You knew there was cameras. It was live streamed. You knew it was streamed.
So we have Isaac saying, I didn't see anything wrong with what he said. It was an attack on Vince, not the woman. Now, if it was on Janelle, then that's a different story. Not true. Ascended saying that's his shtick. He touches what's high. It's part of what got them over. It is true. It's still in bad taste, though.
Yeah. Like you have common sense, right?
Yeah.
To know that the situation is as sensitive as it is at this present time while it's going on, while it's still fresh. It's literally like almost a week and a half.
Comedians make fucking 9/11 jokes. Like, at one point you'll be able to joke about it. It's just not like, I don't know, 3 weeks after.
These comedians were making this joke the day after 9/11.
Yeah. It's
like no comedian was going out there doing that.
Yeah. It's crazy. But one thing positive in regards to Max Caster, we can kind of transition to is, so we saw on Dynamite, right? Or was it Collision? I get them mixed up now that we do the show so far. But we have the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, like, uniting. We get the scissor and the guns. Bro, I do it to Liam all the time. Brittany gets so mad.
Yeah.
I'm like, Liam, She's like, stop.
Is your son do it? Does he know how to do anything?
No, he doesn't even know what's going on. He like threw up on me. He was like, bah. He was like Abaddon in AEW.
He heard you making this sound. He's like, oh, okay. Dad wants to puke.
Oh, wait. What was I watching?
I'm a smart kid.
Fuck. What was I watching? Oh, bro. Speaking of puking, and I know you don't watch Ring of Honor, Kyle. They did a backstage segment. I'm happy this randomly came into my mind, right? So they had like an 8-man tag match, right? And one of them was Jack Cartwheel, who I think is fucking awesome.
Wait, what?
There's this guy named Jack Cartwheel.
Oh, I saw you tweet about that.
All right. And he does cartwheels. And he's like really fucking good at them. And he's a really good, like, high-flying wrestler, right? So he was backstage with his team, and they were like, he's gonna cartwheel. And he did a cartwheel. I was in fucking tears, bro.
Jade Cartwheel sounds like someone trying to make fun of Jade Cargill.
Nah, Jack Cartwheel.
That's what I mean. That sounds like he's trying to make male
Jake Cartwheel. That shit is bad funny, bro. That shit popped the hell out of me. But yeah, we got to see them do the Bang Bang Scissor Game. The funniest thing being, Austin goes for the "you got 2 words for you." Billy Gunn takes it. The crowd, of course, does suck it super fucking loud. And it was Dynamite. Because shout out to that Texas crowd, right?
Yeah.
That shit was fucking popping.
Yeah. All the Texas crowds are so good, right?
So
there's
good,
that thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh, this?
On the screen again.
Wait, let's see if it comes up again.
I want to know if it's you or if someone can do that. But no one can do that because this is YouTube. So some reason, anyway, I don't know if it comes across on YouTube. Let us know in the chat.
There you go.
It does a thumbs up on screen. The bubbles come up. And why it doesn't do it for me? The camera don't like me.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Discrimination here.
But yeah, well, what a great segment that was. It's just funny and it's quick. It's to the point. And it's awesome. It is awesome. And so there was some scary stuff on Dynamite. I actually took notes, Kyle. I'm trying to be better, you know. We thought Wardlow got hurt in his match.
Oh man!
But he tweeted out that he's okay. But like,
so
his knee definitely buckled.
Yeah,
on that powerbomb attempt. Yeah,
it's exactly what I was saying in the chat. I'm like, I think he tweaked it because he's walking on it and he's pissed. That like I've done what he's done before and it fucking sucks. So he's probably gonna just not wrestle for a couple of weeks and just kind of rehab it a little bit.
Yeah, and it'd be all right? Or just like be like for a couple weeks. Killing people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Any other thoughts on kind of the two wrestling shows this week? Yeah.
By order
of the Bang Bang Gang.
Love it. I still love how every single time Austin Gunn does it and the camera's spinning around, the fucking spit just comes out of his mouth and covers the lens.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, dude. It's like, back the fuck up.
Well, because he spits water like right before he says it.
Yeah. So he's like fucking drooling, right?
Yeah.
But it's so dope. It's so dope.
But yeah, no, I'm so for this group. It is a big faction looking at it, especially because they're still missing one. I love how they did the whole.
Yeah,
They brought
Juice.
out Card Blade, then they brought out what do they call him?
Rock Card.
Rock Card.
Juice something. I forgot what the Robinson is, but it's Rock Card.
Yeah, but it's so good. But I thought for sure it may lead to like a split and then the Revolution match. But I think we still got a few weeks. The split still might come. And then they might, do like I know everyone's screaming for unification. So many people are screaming for like unification of the ROH belts with like the AEW belts. I'm like, no, don't put that idea out there because then we're gonna have fucking more belts.
No, at least it's 6-man. Let's make this 6-man only one belt that travels, or maybe doesn't. Whatever.
Because then, but if you're doing all these unification matches, you're leaving Ring of Honor with no belts.
Well, Eddie just holds the Ring of Honor title for now.
Aren't they about to unify one?
No.
Am I wrong? I thought for sure they were about to unify one.
Mm-mm. They just added a title to Ring of Honor. They added the women's television title.
Okay, I'm losing.
That fucking Red Velvet should win. I'm saying it. Red Velvet should win that fucking title.
Well, she's having a match with
Tony Storm coming up.
Tony Storm on Wednesday, which is going to be awesome. That match.
Yep, but we saw her have a match on Collision. She won a Fatal 4-Way on Ring of Honor this week. Red Velvet's
to be honest, anything Tony Storm's in right now is just going to be gold because
money.
Her whole shtick is fantastic. We might as well talk about that too. Like her commentary, right? This week or last week on Dynamite was, oh my god! And I love how like she gets confused now. Shivani's back.
Yeah, and she's like, "What happened?" Yeah, I think the funniest line she said, like people aren't talking about on social media. Oh no! So Wednesday they weren't in Texas. Texas was Saturday. Wednesday they were in New Orleans because Tony Storm says this line and she's like, I was on Bourbon Street. I love coming to New Orleans. They always give me beads and they're not for my neck. And I'm like, bro, is she talking about anal beads on fucking national television? Telling Taz it's called a souffle. Oh, it's called a souffle.
It's called a souffle. And every time the camera pans where it goes back to the camera work is the MVP of this whole feud. Like the fact that they can switch it to the black and white cam every time it pans back to her, especially when like the whole Deanna stage thing from 2 weeks ago, where like half the stage was black and white, half was color.
Fucking great.
Oh man.
And then when I think Deanna threw Taya almost into Tony, and Tony goes, Tony Storm goes, did somebody pee in my seat? Somebody peed in my seat. It's in like, listen, I was always a big fan of like backwards hat progress version of Tony Storm. She was really good at NXT and NXT UK. She was awful on the main roster. They treated her like shit. I liked her when she came to AEW, and this new gimmick, it is unbelievable how fucking witty she is. Like, she is trying to pop everybody who's in the segment with her. And it is so fucking funny. Poor Renee has no chance to get through a segment with her without laughing. Ascended saying we need more Deanna on TV. Deanna's been on TV every week. I don't know if we can get possibly more than that.
Yeah, she literally has been ever since her debut. She's been on TV like weekly. So
also the funny thing, Kyle, I don't know if you saw people were tagging Bully Ray in that promo package they aired on Wednesday.
Good.
When they were like, this is the history of the tattoos, you fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah. Then you go after him and tell him, get out of your mom's basement.
See, this is AEW fans like us, our issue with the way that...
Yeah, Bully Ray, not in my mom's basement. It's my fucking apartment. I pay for this fucking shit.
I'm in my wife's basement. All right, get it right.
This is my dungeon. Okay, I live here.
This is the one room my wife allows me to have in the house. All right, get it right. But this is what AEW fans mean by like the way that our shows are covered. It's so much different than WWE shows. Like when Cody lost to Roman at Mania last year, it was be patient, wait for the story. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. And then you have a couple of weeks ago, we see the ankle tattoos with Deanna and Tony. Meanwhile, Deanna explains what it means, and why
Literally.
they got it. And then AEW a week later, I mean, Tony probably saw Bully Ray being an idiot and was like, here the fuck you go. Let's hand feed it to you. And still an issue. Because remember, AEW is a company that rewards you for paying attention. Is a company that rewards you for watching BTE or watching other promotions and having a history. Remember when Buddy Matthews debuted, right? Him and Malachi started to ring against each other. And if you watch them in WWE, which a lot of us did, you know there's a story there. Like, it rewards you for being a hardcore wrestling fan. So, like, even if they didn't go out of their way, they still did.
Right.
Which is insane.
I mean,
but
her and Deanna are gonna have a really good match at Revolution. They're doing a really good job, not only with the build for it, just now the story of now you got to think that Deanna's got to be on commentary this week for sure.
Yes, she is. She is.
Okay,
during Tony and Red Velvet.
Yeah. No, I'm liking it. It's a very. It doesn't need everything doesn't need to be over top. A basic feud can still work, and this is a basic title feud, which is great because there's clearly a bigger picture here. And whenever they choose to do a Revolution, is what they're gonna do. Because literally at this point, I literally can see it going either way. To be honest, I know I'd love to have Tony retain, but I could also see a Deanna getting that belt and doing fucking just firework with it, or she wins it and we get like a surprise Jamie Hayter return at Revolution because she's due back anytime now. So
and Britt Baker too. Like, we don't know when they're coming back. So like, it's gonna be wild. But speaking of debuts, actually on Collision, we saw not debuts, but getting being in this company. We saw Bryan Keith officially get the All Elite graphic, and you can tell that he did not know that was coming. You can see the look on his face. It's one of my favorite things that AEW does.
Hangman.
Who was
Bryan
talking
Keith.
about it? I saw somebody. Oh, somebody from Fightful with Fightful in their fucking name that I've never heard of was bitching about it, and it's like, bro, if you're in Fightful, I'm pretty sure you're watching like multiple wrestling companies, so I'm sure you're watching AEW at least casual rate. So it's like, that getting the graphic means it's its own story. It doesn't need to be like a fucking story. It's its own thing that we understand as fans because of the way they use independent talent. And this is a big deal. Like, him getting that graphic is a big deal. There are people in this company who have been working here for months and have not gotten a graphic. They are on lesser tier contracts as we've figured out over the years. But I think
getting a graphic is way more important, man. Like, it actually means something in this company that you are, you are part of the roster page. You're here and you're
full time
on AEW.
Mm-hmm. And Bryan Keith is awesome. I remember it wasn't that long ago that Bryan Danielson, it was probably November, that he mentioned his name. People were like, who the fuck is that? And you look it up and you're like, this dude's fucking awesome. Like, he's awesome. He's had awesome matches here. People are like, oh, he's losing matches on TV. Yeah, but he's winning a ton of matches on Ring of Honor. And he's just dope. He had a great match with Eddie. Great way to start the show. Danielson comes out and basically tries to steal the shine, which leads to this Eddie Kingston.
And you can see Eddie too. Like, Eddie, like, on screen when they put the graphic up, like, he was happy, like, genuinely. Like, Eddie never smiles like that naturally, man. He was like over the top moon happy for a guy that he knew through the indies and grew up with in the indies to get a graphic and is in the same company as him, because basically Bryan Keith has worked his ass off to this point as much as Eddie did at that point to join AEW. So that was a genuine, like, great moment. And to shit on it, like, come on, like, what bug crawled up your butt to
but it's the thing, like, that yet again we bring it up and it's like, you're mad at AEW for doing something that it's always done. Even when Punk was there, getting the graphic was a big deal. Jack is saying it just felt like a very sincere moment. Yeah, I had tears in my eyes, honestly.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm bullshitting, but I did. I had tears in my eyes because it was like
the cowboy Bryan Keith.
Yeah, and now I see everybody tweeting. I think it's Mikey Ruckus who keeps tweeting that he wants there to be Hangman Page, Bandito, and Bounty Hunter Bryan Keith.
Bounty Hunter Bryan Keith. That's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cowboy. Wait, hold on. For the record, before we talk about them and I mess it up, Undisputed Kingdom. Okay, All In takes place in the United Kingdom. AEW signed the Undisputed Kingdom.
Oh.
All right, Jackie, that was for you, Jackie.
Okay,
Specifically
so
for
back
you,
to the Bryan Keith Hangman situation. Okay, yes, one-on-one match in the ring, fantastic. But at some point, I don't care how, I don't care what teams, I don't care what they do. These two need to be on opposite sides of a stadium stampede
oh my God,
match,
and have a duel,
and needs to be on horses, and they're on each end of the field, and
running at each other.
Yeah, on horses. This needs to happen, like all
No, they
out,
need
like
to do
Red
the
Dead Redemption
Spider-Man
style.
meme.
Yeah,
with Hangman, Bandito, and Bryan
Keith,
yeah.
And they create a faction.
Or they do something and it's like, you don't need a hat, or like, where's your hat? And Cowboys like, Cowboys don't need a hat, and just walks away. Yeah. We're like, nice, nice. Oh yeah, Hangman TA.
Hangman TA.
Yeah, that's why I call him that too.
Yeah. That would be a sick faction.
That'd be so cool.
Like I saw someone I think tweeted saying like they always used to like make that faction in like their e-feds or not even, or just like in the games, and now
just 3 Cowboys.
But now it could be a reality because they're all in the same company now.
Yeah. Well, speaking of video games, all over the place, but it just popped in my head. AEW Fight for Forever, $30.
I saw $30. I gotta go buy it now. That's cheap enough for me to go, okay, you know what? That's decent enough for me to buy it.
Yeah.
And we're going to go play Fight Night or Fortnite style wrestling because it looks like that's what the online is basically.
So I have it for Switch. I bought it when it came out for Switch, right? It is not fun. But
it's not
fun to play by yourself. I will say this. I haven't played with other people. My thing is
it ain't fun.
It ain't fun. I tried to play the online mode and I was sitting in a queue for like 20 minutes and I was like, I don't think anybody's playing it. If you go on Twitch and you look up like that category, I think I saw like 3 streamers playing it with, I'm not kidding you, bro, a total of maybe 4 views. I'm like, what, bro?
Maybe not as $30 will be more people and the queues will be faster.
But remember, it's $30 for the core game.
Okay.
You're not going to get the battle passes. Those are separate. Like Tony Storm just came out for.
Oh, okay. But like to go online and play that crazy Stadium Stampede feature. I can play that with the core game.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good enough for me.
Don't quote me.
I'll look into it. I might actually.
Don't quote me. What are you getting it for? Xbox? Oh yeah, you don't have a PlayStation.
Yeah, it'd be either Xbox or Steam because I think you get it on Steam. I think.
We'll see. You get it for Steam, then play it on stream.
Oh, maybe that'd be fun.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Play it on this channel.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they have crossplay. Probably not. They don't even have fucking real entrances.
Oh man, I'll look. That's too crossplay. I feel would be too big. Maybe that's why the lobbies are all small. Maybe that's why your lobby is so small.
No one has it on Switch.
No one has it on Switch. So no one was there.
Listen, the only reason I got it on Switch is because I was going to Comic-Con last year, and I was like, I'm going to be on a lot of lines waiting to meet people. So I'll just play this. And I ended up just hanging out with Carrie the whole time, and I didn't need to. It was in my bag. The longest line we waited on was with Britt Baker, and that's just because she was in traffic. Couldn't get to the building in time. It's all right. It was cool. I got this great figure signed by her. Let me show everybody. I like to show my stuff off because I sit so close to this now.
Oh, she even wrote DMD.
She did.
Wow.
She was like, "What do you want me to write?" And I froze. I was like, "To Phil."
You could have said anything.
I could have said anything. I was like, "To Phil." I was like,
to Phil.
To Phil.
Adam Cole's biggest fan.
To Phil, baby. To Phil, baby.
She'd be like, "Oh, this fucking guy is like the 100th time I wrote this today."
Speaking of Adam Cole, do you remember Tony Schiavone during Dynamite was like, "Say hi to your girlfriend for me."
Oh my God. Yeah. That's wild. I love that. I rated Adam Cole on Sunday after my eFed stream.
Nice. Did he shout you out?
He gives you a shutout. Like he literally stops the game and gives you a shout out. And then he explains himself. He literally talks like he's a gamer. He doesn't say, "Yo, I'm Adam Cole, the AEW wrestler." No, he goes, he's like, "This is the Chugs. I'm a variety streamer." Like he talks like he's a
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. Well, he keeps it separate, so
yeah, and he welcomes you. He welcomes the community, and he like introduces his community and saying like it's awesome, it's positive, stick around. Like he does a very, very good job at when a raid comes in. And my raids aren't crazy. I'm raiding with like between 10 and 20 people. Like they're not
10 and 20 people. Bro, when I streamed, I was lucky to have more than one, and that one was always Jackie.
But
I'd
like
just be raiding with Jackie.
it's just cool to raid. Like I don't raid him all the time, just once in a while, because he seems to be always on when I'm done my show and I'm looking to raid. But I usually raid other e-fetters. But I was like, let's go raid him for fun. Why not?
And it's worth it because he shouts you out. That's cool. That is definitely cool. Another big thing is this feud with Blackpool Combat Club and CMLL is heating up. Just Moxley out here talking shit, and we love it. Talking about the Fed and being like, "Oh, you see an American company and think they're lazy? Nah, it's the other guys." Nice. Everybody, people get so mad at it, and it's like, all right, bro.
Isn't it hilarious that Moxley could go out there and just shit on the Fed for like 30 minutes and no one would say anything on Twitter?
Yeah.
But it's like as soon as like Max Caster drops a stupid line, it's like the entire day people just shit on him.
Yeah.
But Moxley out here making
because they still want Moxley to come home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're listening on podcasts, like parentheses, come home. Like, all right, bro, relax. But yeah, so. And I'm not going to butcher this guy's name, but the guy that Bryan Danielson wrestled on Saturday,
I'm not going to try and pronounce that.
A fucking exceptional match. It was so good.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard hitting. It was super technical. I kept texting Jackie, checking on her well-being, right? Making sure she was okay, that she was going to get through it, that she didn't faint. She was so happy.
Sorry to interrupt, but like I just laugh because was it not a couple months ago? It was like at the end of December to January, like Bryan Danielson is just going to start stepping back and just like it kind of end things up. It's like everybody, Tony Khan's like, whoa, but Danielson, we got CML coming in here. Yeah. And he's like, I stay.
Yeah. All right, let's get crazy. Send me to Arena, Mexico, so we might get stabbed. Yeah,
that we may eventually get that because I'm sure this is what you're leading this into. This again brings back something we've talked about in the show before. This was out in the news. Just want to point this out. We talked about it here first on Elite POV. You're welcome, Dirt Sheets, for giving you the news.
Yep.
I mean, we didn't report the news. It's really just our opinion that maybe more companies will be in Forbidden Door this year because of the lack of New Japan talent. And now, look what's in the news. CMLL might be in Forbidden Door. What do you know?
And potentially Stardom.
Yeah, potentially Stardom. Oh, that'd be huge. That would be a really big Forbidden Door show if they got New Japan, Stardom, CMLL. I don't know what's up with the whole TNA thing, man. Like, I don't know.
I don't think them and TNA work together anymore. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if just TNA just rubbed the wrong way because of everything. I mean, I didn't see any problem with everything they did, right? Yeah. I know, like, there was like a lot of times where like Tony just came in and just fucking like he didn't shit on TNA, but like he just came in and was extra cocky about
My theory is it's gotta be they probably had a deal like we'll let Kenny win the title, but he's gotta lose it to one of our guys. Yeah. And they lost it to Chris. He lost it to Christian, who lost to them.
Yeah. I don't know.
And it seems like TNA has a working relationship with WWE, so that might take them out.
Working relationship. They've had two people show up in a Rumble spot, didn't win it, get eliminated, and not mentioned ever again after. Like, where's the follow-ups on like Raw and SmackDown? Like, well, Jordan Grace from TNA, go check out TNA. What working relationship? People forget about the Rumble like a month after because it's WrestleMania season.
Yeah, everyone's onto that. So Ascended saying, wasn't someone else in Stardom wanting to come to AEW too? What the fuck was her name? It was with a T. She's like the Spider or something like that.
Don't even get me started on the Joshi names either, man. I'm not going to say here
because we do know that Megan Bain is coming.
Yeah,
and she's reportedly already signed to AEW, and they sent her over there to get better. I don't know, but like she just finished up in Stardom, so she's coming back over, which is pretty good.
That's wild, the Stardom shit though. Oh man, the whole news with the founder basically getting fired, and now like Tony Khan went on like a Twitter spree with his
went on a rant.
And people were taking his, oh my God. I'm like, of course people are taking his gifts out of context. And people thought he was tweeting about the Fed. I'm like, get your fucking heads out of your asses. He was tweeting about Stardom. Stop it.
Yeah. But also fuck the Fed.
Yeah.
Did you see Did everybody see the thing that's going around? You know, like you get the WWE fans and they're like, if you call it the Fed, you're a fucking loser. And then all the comments are always like the Fed, like right back.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
made a meme and it says in big black letters, the Fed, and then in parentheses, derogatory. Hold on, I saved it.
I don't understand what's wrong with calling the Fed. It was originally called the World Wrestling Federation. We know we're not stupid. We know now it's called the World Wrestling Entertainment. Not calling it the Ed. That'd be stupid. Yeah.
The Fed, derogatory. Oh, my camera's mirrored, but you guys get the point. The Fed.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Who cares? They get so butthurt when we call it the Fed. I don't understand that. Like, you can call AEW.
I call it the Fed because wrestlers call it the Fed. Like when you listen to podcasts with older wrestlers, they say the Fed
because it was the Federation back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's well, why are people upset that we're calling it by an old school name? Like, what? I don't understand. Anyways,
but yeah, so the CMLL thing is really picking up. So it looks like.
So do we think Julia is? Sorry to interrupt and go back to CL. No. Just start him here. So is like Julia like Fed bound or
yeah?
Sorry,
well, so
bound.
The reports be are saying here. That. So with this guy, there were people who in Stardom who were like loyal to him, and Julia was one of them. And like Kairi Sane was another one. What the hell's her name? Blair Davenport, I think her name is NXT.
Yeah, well,
she was beat Priestley. Yeah. She was another one. She posted something today. I saw it on my Instagram where she was like shouting the guy out. So like there are people who are loyal to him. So I'm sure Julia's going, but
if she's in WWE, or if that guy's in WWE, what's he gonna do? That guy's not a wrestler. Like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, he's a promoter. I
saw today he might start his own company. Interesting.
It's just
call it
it's
Moondom.
Just a weird. I hate how corny that was, and it made me laugh. It still got me. I'm the dad. I'm supposed to be making those jokes. Oh my god, bro! But it's just wild. The shit is still happening. Like these are like territory type things happening. Like, oh, I'm on WWE side, so we're gonna fuck over AEW. Like, why? Don't you want to like get boosters everybody to work together?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking before. Copeland said though. Copeland said that like he prefers when there's more, like I guess you can say more alternatives out there, because then it gives the wrestlers, not the fan, the wrestlers a chance to go out and experience different things rather than the same thing in the same formula, right? That's what AEW is. It's not only an alternative to the fans, but it's an alternative to the actual wrestlers themselves who are used to the same formulaic wrestling and the way they do things in WWE, but they want to change, right? And that's where AEW comes in. They're a company that can be as big as WWE financially, but with the alternative wrestling and style of wrestling and style of storylines that they do over there.
Yep. And could span different companies, because I mean Triple H may hate it, but the Forbidden Door is a real thing. So it's just what I was thinking of. So you know how I was thinking like if New Japan's involved with Forbidden Door, it'll be like Team AEW, and it's like Jay White, Okada, Will Ospreay, right? Whatever, and all the like the Moxley, Danielson stuff, and then like on Team New Japan, it's like David Finlay, like, like
no, they for that point they're just like, all right, so we got no one. So what legends can we call? Okay, so we got Ishii. Okay, we're gonna put Minoru Suzuki and Shibata.
Tanahashi's gonna come over and make the fight. It's gonna be like Rocky Romero, Team New Japan.
Or no, the guy that just won the MLW heavyweight belt. Fucking what's his name? He just wrestled Danielson.
Yeah.
Nagata.
Was it Nagata?
Yeah.
Him too. Yeah. Or they're gonna do listen, Gabe Kidd is kind of crazy. Have you watched him?
Who?
Gabe Kidd.
Oh, I've heard of him.
He's in Bullet Club, and everyone wants him to be the leader. He just fought Eddie Kingston at Battle in the Valley. He fought Ospreay like
You know what I've always been a fan in Bullet Club, and I see it. It's been like clockwork for me. Every time I watch Wrestle Kingdom, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this guy is here and he's in Bullet Club, and I fucking love him. Fucking El Phantasmo, man. That
Oh
guy
yeah,
is a fucking stud. And
Yeah.
I'm shocked that and this is just has to do with contracts. I'm shocked and hope that maybe I'm wrong that AEW hasn't tried to make a get at that guy, because that guy would
he's
be
really good.
sick in AEW.
I think he's in a team with fucking the super tall guy that's been AEW. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
Hikuleo. Yeah.
Hikuleo. Yeah, they're like a tag team. Right? I think they might be tag team champions, or they're in that division doing big things. Listen, if we're talking about Bullet Club, and I know TNA ain't working with AEW, but give me ABC, and that's fucking as Kyle calls him, Swerve Strickland, but as the rest of us call him, Chris Bay. Fucking,
it was one mistake one time or twice, and I haven't been let down for it.
Fuck, what's the other guy's name? Austin. What the fuck? It's not Austin Aries. That guy's an idiot. What the fuck is the guy's name? I can't think about it.
Oh, Kojima. That's it, Jackie. Thank you, by the way.
Jackie, wait, don't listen to me.
Oh, wait, don't listen to me. Was I wrong? I think I was right. I think it was Nagata. That's what I thought, Jackie. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Jackie. Jesus.
Get out of here. Getting shit wrong in our chat.
Fucking FTR girl.
Fuck, here we go again. FTR girl tweeting
Why
about
not?
FTR on a Saturday night. What else is new?
Yo, they followed.
We get it. You love FTR, man.
They followed that technical wrestling match with a backstage promo with FTR, and I'm like, Jackie, blink twice if you're in San Diego. Like, please, Jackie, be safe out there.
Oh, man. Hilarious.
But as we end the show, some things to look forward to this week. Obviously, Tony Khan's special announcement, but the main event of Dynamite is Swerve versus Hangman 3.
Oh, man, let's go.
Great promo on Collision from Swerve saying that he doesn't want Nana ringside. It's going to be an epic match. Winner gets to face Samoa Joe. We all assume that it's going to end in some shenanigans because AEW doesn't do that a lot. So, they haven't done it in a while either. So, they could do something that gets
just have Joe go in there and just beat the fuck out of both of them, man, and say, "You both ain't getting my title."
There you go.
And then Tony Khan says, "Nope, all three of you in a triple threat." There you go.
Nope. And it's a lot of things to look forward to.
Was that your kid? Did I just briefly hear your kid?
Oh, they went. No, that was a door.
Oh, it was a door.
Yeah, that was a door to go upstairs. No,
TK's special. TK's there. He doesn't do that anymore. So.
Hi, I'm Tony Khan, and my special announcement is watch.
Join me next week on Dynamite for my special announcement. Join me at Revolution. Oh, join you. I wasn't planning on going, but now you say that.
Yeah, bro. I just want Tony Khan to be like, so like Mercedes comes the 13th. It's a big moment. Whatever. The next week on Dynamite, Tony Khan, they're like, has a special announcement, and he just walks out on stage and he's like, fuck the Fed.
No.
Smokes back in.
I thought you were going with comes out on stage and goes, money.
Money. Hold on, wait. Let me get this. Okay. Wait, hold on. All right, so we have the person WWE would not re-sign. Okay, this person.
For any audio listeners, he's got a doll of
Sasha Banks. First of all, a doll. It's an action figure, Kyle.
Sorry,
relax.
I'm sorry. I went bully Ray on you.
All right, we got
you in your mom's basement playing your dolls.
Yeah. Okay. And then Kyle. But on the 13th, we got money.
Oh my god, the micro brawler.
Money. Let's go, baby.
If TK just came out with money and then walked away, that'd be like the most boss thing in the entire world. Like Tony Schiavone invites him out to the stage for his big announcement. And he just comes on, grabs the mic, does his like little head nod with a smile, and then gets the mic up to him and goes, money. And walks away.
Before the show.
Standing ovation.
Like,
My man is more hype man than my boy Alex Aberrant.
Bro,
just have Tony Khan come out with the Lucha Brothers from now on.
Bro, I was listening to Unrestricted. It had Deanna on it. And it's a pretty good episode. But if you heard the Talk is Jericho one, it's the same questions. But Aubrey does make a funny joke because she's like, Deanna's like, yeah, I was super nervous and I almost started crying backstage like when I was about to make my debut. And Aubrey was like, let me guess. Tony was like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. And Will Washington starts fucking hysterically laughing. Let's fucking go.
Yo, Will Washington and BT bits have become fucking hilarious.
Like, who the fuck is Will Washington? Who the fuck is that guy? He's like,
just... But there was one. They're talking. What were they talking about? Something random. And they just kind of panned to him. You just like, what were they saying?
I remember, but the funniest Will Washington thing is the fucking Mariah May one on AEW where they were like, did you not tell Will Washington your name came from Mariah Carey? She was like, nah, I just told him that so he'd leave me alone. Like, damn, bro, my man's catching strays.
Speaking of AEW, great, man. This RJ City is an absolute gem. If you're not watching our AEW with RJ City, like, honestly, do yourself a favor, take like a couple hours and binge watch them,
all of them,
because you will not have a better time watching and laughing at the same time, man. Like, it is honestly pisses my pants laughing every single fucking episode. And the best one so far in the last couple of months, believe it or not, I can't believe I'm saying this, the best one so far I've seen in the last couple months was the Abaddon one.
Abaddon one's the best one,
where like she's being herself, and then he asked her a pretty serious question, and then she cracks her neck, and then starts talking like all intellectual.
Well, actually, so you see that that gender is a binary construct.
And she puts glasses on too.
Yeah, she was really good. Sky Blues was really good too.
I was saying
that. Julia Hart's was good. Eddie Kingston's was like, I think the first one was great. Adam Cole's was great. Butcher Blade and Bunny was great.
Hilarious. And I told him, like, I need Amanda Huber on.
Yeah, please.
He's like, not until she apologizes for
Bro, the negative one was fucking hilarious. He just buried him. Oh my god, bro. It's just, the Mariah May one was great too. Like, it's just so funny. Like, he comes out, he gets them like out of their shells.
I gotta get tickets to one of the Canada shows because I need to find RJ City and talk to him in real life. So
yeah, like, hey, I'm the guy. Scare him like you scared Amanda Huber.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for RJ City. I'm gonna end up scaring her by accident for a third time. Like, that's
Sky Blue's gonna
at that point, just gonna tell Huber, I'm just gonna be like, Huber, just that's how we're meeting, right? This is just how it's gonna go down. I just have to scare you, and that's what it is what it is. So, but regardless, yeah, it's an exciting week coming up for AEW. Exciting month, or I guess this is like the road to technically this is the road to
Revolution.
AEW's WrestleMania.
Revolution.
Resolution.
Bro,
damn it, I should have called my E-Feds show Resolution. God damn it.
Resolution. There you go.
That's all right. Wrestleversary is good. It was probably taken. I thought on the spot one day and years ago, and it's probably taken. I think some like actually indie company uses that, but
I'm sure they do. Anything with
send me a cease and desist and see what happens.
Fuck the Fed. Derogatory.
All right. End show.
End the show. All right, thank you guys for watching another episode of Elite POV. If you guys want to stay up to date on everything we are doing, head on over to Twitter at Elite POV to stay tuned when we're going live, what we got going on.
See, I changed it to the bird.
Change it to the bird. Thank you. Yeah, because it's always Twitter to me and Kyle. So Kyle, any final words?
Anyone listening that want to see some cool shit, come watch my eFed that after Ant leaves at the end of the month, it'll be just me running it. And that's we have a Twitter. Check it out. Twitter.com/the_AWF. Most fun you'll ever have in the entire world. Phil has got a character. But
good time.
Other than that, thanks you guys for watching. Make sure, like, when we're going live and stuff, retweeting. That also helps us with the algorithm on Twitter and such. Rate us if you're listening on audio.
Is it gonna give me the thumbs up?
All that stuff. Yeah, maybe just keep.
Oh, look at this!
Oh, what is this?
What is happening?
Any audio listeners? Phil just had like a bunch of fireworks. Can anyone in YouTube see that? Please tell me that you got.
Somebody screenshot this. Screenshot this and send it to me on Twitter. What is happening, bro?
I screenshotted it.
But yeah, I don't know what's happening, bro. I don't remember what we were talking.
Oh, they can see it because Jackie's like, "What the?"
So
They're running the show
on YouTube. Yes, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let's get those numbers on YouTube up so we can do some cool things on YouTube.
Yeah,
and so we can convince Jackie to come back.
Yeah, and just go on Twitter and like once the episode's up on Twitter, you can get the link for it. You simply just going and tweeting us, "Hey, check out Elite POV." That literally,
exactly.
it's free to do, and it helps us in the long run getting more viewers and more people in here. So
yep, we got
oh god, money.
Money.
I hate how I like the song.
Well, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next week. And remember, you don't need a hat to be a cowboy. Fuck the Fed.